Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the NBA slate on DraftKings for Friday, March 16th. We have 6 games today on this Friday, 6-game slate today. Before we get started looking at this slate, guys, like always, I would really appreciate it if you would give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, if you are new, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, so that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. But we're going to start off at point guard today and look at the top of this position. We got Russell Westbrook against the Clippers, stud option today on this 6-game slate. Now, right now, as I'm recording this video, at least as of Thursday night, I'm not sure if Westbrook is a guy I'm probably going to be paying up for today, just because I like Kevin Durant more. Kevin Durant is questionable as I'm recording this Thursday night, but it looks like Durant is expected to play today, and I just prefer Durant over Westbrook. We already know that Curry's not going to play. We already know Klay Thompson's not going to play, and when those two guys are out, especially Curry, Kevin Durant just gets so much usage to where I would just prefer Durant over Westbrook today. So I'm probably going to be looking for other point guard options. I'm not in love with a lot of the top plays, like Ben Simmons against Brooklyn. Obviously, that's a good matchup, but Ben Simmons at 8,800, I don't feel like I really have to have. Rozier could be an interesting play if Kyrie's out, but he's also really expensive. He's up to 8K, and I don't know if I can pay 8K for Rozier, even though he's been good this year with Kyrie out. That price tag just really high. Obviously, it is a great matchup, but I don't know if I can really pay for Rozier when he's that expensive. And then guys like Kyle Lowry, Lonzo, Dragic, I don't feel like these are guys I'm really forcing in today. Maybe like Lou Will, just because of the price is 7,400. That would make him an intriguing play. You could probably play Lou Will at that mid-tier if you wanted to go to him. And you could go to some of these 6K guys like Thomas, Russell, but again, these aren't guys I really have to have. I don't really like point guard just in general today. Pretty gross position. Probably going to look to maybe try and find some value here. We could play like Tyler Johnson against the Lakers. Definitely like Tyler Johnson here if we wanted to go to him. He's 5,300, which is a reasonable price tag. He's been playing well lately, been getting close to value on this price. 25 DraftKings points his last 2 games. Been playing solid minutes, 28, 35 minutes last 2 games. If Dwayne Wade's out again today, that should free up a few more minutes for Tyler Johnson, so you could definitely go to him against the Lakers if you were looking to go a little bit cheaper here. And then if you wanted to go like sub 5K, it's pretty gross, not a lot I love. I'm not really going to be playing the guys from Golden State. Like Livingston, Cook, most likely won't be going to them. Even with Curry out and with Thompson out, I just don't know if these are guys I'm really forcing in. Possibly Livingston, maybe, if Quinn Cook, because Quinn Cook's listed as questionable, or he's actually probable, so he's expected to play. But somehow if Quinn Cook missed, that should free up a few more minutes for Livingston that you could play him. But again, those aren't guys I really love today. I don't love point guard in general. Most likely going to be playing a guy like maybe Tyler Johnson here. Want to go to him, possibly De'Aaron Fox, just because he's really cheap. Lou Will, IT, you could possibly play if Kuzma's out. I know IT started last game for Kuzma. You could maybe go to him. But guys like Rozier, Ben Simmons, even Westbrook, just not sure I'm really paying up for them just because of their price. And I just like other plays that are expensive. So we're going to go ahead and move on to shooting guard. This is a position where I really like some value today. But there are definitely mid-tier plays. Kind of the same with point guard. These guys like DeRozan, obviously he's a top option here. But against Dallas, we know Wes Matthews not going to play. So that's a much better matchup for DeRozan. But I don't feel like DeRozan right now is a guy I really have to have. Even though he's cheap at 7,600. Again, not a guy I'm really forcing in today. And then like KCP, Jonathan Simmons. I don't know if these are guys I'm really going to on the slate. I like some of the value at shooting guard. If we look really cheap here, I think there are definitely some value plays. Especially from the Warriors sub 5K. You could play Iguodala if you want to go to him, but I'd much rather go down to Nick Young at just 4K. Really like Nick Young today as a value option with Curry and Thompson out. We can expect some solid minutes from Nick Young. He did start in the last game that the Warriors played. He played 31 minutes against the Lakers, put up 27 DraftKings points. Decent game from Nick Young. Took 13 shots, shot 46% from the field, had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Definitely think we could see similar production here from Nick Young, and he's still dirt cheap at just 4K. For him to get possibly 6, 7X on this price, you get about 26, 27 DK points from him. That's really hitting value, and it is a really good matchup against the Kings. Just not a good defensive team, not a good pretty much team at all. A lot of people will probably be going to Corey Brewer at 4,400 just because he's been playing really well lately. He's been starting for OKC, and you could definitely consider him. He's played big minutes last 4 games. 28, 30, 33, 32 minutes, 25, 20, 31, and 26 DraftKings points. If PG is out today, we can expect a few more minutes for Corey Brewer, possibly a few more opportunities for shots as well. He's probably going to be a play a lot of people go to, and I do like him here, but I also like Nick Young, and I think Nick Young might have a little bit more upside just because of his ability to knock down shots. But Brewer and Nick Young are two definitely good value plays. I like his shooting guard. But then moving on to small forward, definitely a position I'm looking to pay up for today. Love KD 11-8. He's listed as questionable. Make sure you note that as I'm recording this Thursday night, KD is questionable, but I have a good feeling today that he is going to play. And it's just such a good spot for KD. He's really expensive, but without Curry, we can expect big usage from Kevin Durant. Draymond Green, he's expected to return for this game, but I still think Kevin Durant's a really good play. I was very high on him in that game against the Lakers. I know a lot of people were. He didn't have that great of a game, just 45 DraftKings points, and I would say that's probably like a floor game from KD right now. With Curry off the court, 45 to 50, I feel like we can pencil that in, and KD's got that 70, 80-point upside you like in tournaments. And against the Kings, nobody on that team is going to be able to stop Kevin Durant, so love paying up for him today. Definitely a guy I'm looking to pay up for a small forward. PG, I'm not very interested in, even if he plays. DeRozan kind of said you could go to, but another guy I don't feel like I have to have. Aaron Gordon will most likely not be playing him today, or Tobias Harris. Just don't like these stud options at small forward besides Kevin Durant. He's kind of the guy I want. I do like some of these mid-tier plays. Some of these guys you can play at power forward, which definitely makes them intriguing, especially on DK. I do really like Marcus Morris today at 5,900 against the Magic. I think he's a really good play today, especially if Kyrie Irving does not return for this game. With Irving off the court, we can expect Morris to get a little bit more usage. Played really well last game against Washington. That game did go to overtime. Morris played 44 minutes, put up 48 DraftKings points, had a really big game. And he didn't see much of a price increase either, only rose $300 to $5,900. Very likely Morris is able to pay off his price tag if Kyrie does not play again. And if Al Horford remains out as well, that's more opportunity for Morris and just makes him even better play. So I do like him at $5,900. And Carmelo Anthony at the same price, you could definitely play today. If Paul George does not play, if Paul George is out, that makes Carmelo a very intriguing option at $5,900. But then looking for value here, if we're looking to go cheap, possibly Mario Hezonja you could go to if Aaron Gordon's out, but not really a guy I love. Definitely like a guy that's sub 5K here that you can play as small forward or power forward. Jerami Grant at 4,300. Really like him if you're looking for some value at small forward or power forward. I think he's a really good play today. If Steven Adams is out, we saw Jerami Grant play big minutes last game against the Hawks. Adams was not playing in that game. Grant didn't start. He came off the bench, but he did start in the second half. So we can expect similar minutes for Jerami Grant here if Adams remains out. I think Grant's going to play about 27 to 30 minutes. And the guy definitely has upside, can grab rebounds, can score the ball when he's on the court. 36 DraftKings points last game against the Hawks. 20 points, 5 rebounds, and assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And he is in a good spot here against the Clippers of not a very good defensive team. DeAndre Jordan, although he's a big body, he's not the best defender. The Clippers have definitely been giving up fantasy points to centers this year. So I like Grant here if you're going cheap. If Steven Adams remains out, I think he's a really good value option. But that's it for small forward for the value that I see that I haven't already talked about. So moving on to power forward, we got Draymond Green, Julius Randle, 2 stud options up top here. I do really like Draymond Green here, but at that price of $8,600, he's not a guy I feel like I have to have. Obviously, with Curry off the court, Draymond Green's going to be doing a lot of ball handling here, a lot of opportunity for him to rack up some assists. We know he's going to get some rebounds and will score the ball a little bit. Definitely has opportunity for a triple-double here against the Kings. But like I said, at $8,600, that price tag, just don't feel like I really have to play Draymond. You could go there in a tournament because he definitely has upside to get 50 or more here. But I think there are options that I like that are a little bit cheaper. Kind of the same with Julius Randle, just $8,200, not a guy I feel like I have to have. So we want to look a little bit cheaper. If Al Horford plays today against the Magic, he could definitely be a really good option. Even though he's 7K, Horford gets a lot of usage when Kyrie Irving is off the court. And I do like him in this matchup against the Magic if he is able to play today. Even with the price increase, I still think he's a good option as long as Kyrie remains out. Then looking a little bit cheaper, Kelly O, I've been on a lot lately with Whiteside out, but he's also up to 6K. Not sure how great of a play Kelly O is at that price. I think I'd just rather go to like Marcus Morris or even play Melo for 100 less, especially if PG is out. And then sub 5K for the really cheap value. James Johnson coming off a big game against the Kings. Could definitely play him here with Whiteside out. We can expect Johnson to pick up a few more minutes with Whiteside out. You don't really know if he's going to play like 25 minutes or if he's going to play big minutes like he did last game. It really just depends on how he's playing and if he's playing well. I would imagine he was playing really well against the Kings, and that's kind of one of the reasons he played nearly 35 minutes. It is a good matchup for him against the Lakers, and he is still cheap, so I do like James Johnson if you're punting this position. And I also like Greg Monroe right under him. If Al Horford is out today and he does not play, you could go to Greg Monroe. And you can also play Bam as well with Whiteside out. Bam, going to see about 25, 26, 27 minutes. Against a bad rebounder like Brook Lopez, Bam should be able to dominate the boards in this spot, and I do like him as well at 4,900. Plenty of value at power forward to where I don't really like a lot of the stud options. Definitely going to be looking to go cheap here. Let's go ahead and move on to center. You got Joel Embiid up top here, who is in a great spot against Brooklyn, but Embiid hasn't been playing that well lately. I know he had a solid game Thursday, but I believe Philly's on a back-to-back here, and I'm just not very interested in Embiid at 9,500. Just there are options I like more expensive, like KD, like Westbrook, and then cheaper options I'd rather go to. Not interested in Embiid. Most likely not going to be interested in a lot of the expensive centers. This is another position where I like the mid-tier plays and then trying to go for value. In this mid-tier, besides like Horford, who I already mentioned, I love Jonas Valanciunas at 6,800, especially if you want to use him in tournaments. Guy has a lot of upside, especially in this matchup here against Dallas. Dallas is a very bad rebounding team. They're not good at defending centers. So this is a spot where Jonas Valanciunas can dominate the boards. Could definitely get a monster double-double here. He's been playing really well lately, been getting consistent minutes. And although the price tag is starting to rise, I think Valanciunas is still a good option today, especially given the matchup. 40+, definitely possible here, especially going up against Dallas. So I like him at 6,800. I think he's a really good play for tournaments. Brook Lopez for 200 less you could go to because he's been playing really well lately and he's been getting consistent minutes. But I do feel like Valanciunas has a little bit more upside. Brook Lopez might be the safer play, but Valanciunas I like for tournaments. Kelly O you obviously got with Whiteside out. You could play. Same with JJ, Monroe, Bam Adebayo. Those are some cheap options I see. And then going sub 5K, there isn't a lot here that I haven't already talked about. Possibly Aaron Baines, just because he's going to play about 25-ish minutes if Horford's out, and he's really cheap, and it is a good matchup. You could go to Aaron Baines if you're really trying to punt this position. But I think that's it for center, and I think that's really it for this video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the vid, and hopefully it helped you. If you did enjoy, just make sure you click that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter, or you can just hit me up in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck tonight, guys. Peace.